In today's video, we're exploring the Daniel Smith Dot Cards. This is a professional grade paint and it's a new line I'm exploring and looking to add into my custom palette. I'll be looking at each of these colors and reviewing their properties, and I hope it helps you make any decisions if you are on a similar journey. The Daniel Smith watercolor cards. These dot cards, they come in a set of 4 sheets. They're designed to really show you their full range of colors and pigments before you go on and purchase full tubes of paint. It's a great way to get a nice sampling of colors to choose from, and I actually have some paint tubes. This is the essential set, but I do want to add on to a custom palette that I'm building, and I want to use professional grade paints, and so I thought I'd start with the Daniel Smith brand. I may add other brands later on, but for now I'm going to be going with this series. So you can follow along and see the colors, and hopefully it will help you decide if you are also looking to customize your palette. Okay, so I have my 2 jars of water. These are clean jars, one for warm color rinsing, one for cool color rinsing. And then I'll zoom in a bit so it's easier to see each of these colors. I also have a 6 round brush. Each of these colors also comes with information about how light fast they are, if they're staining or non-staining, granulating, what their transparency is, and the P, that's for the Primatech series. It's made with mineral pigments, and so you'll notice those act a little bit differently. I like that all that information is there, and honestly though, I don't worry about the light fastness too much because of the type of work I do. And what that means is, does your color fade over time in the sunlight, for example? So if it's left out, the colors could fade. And if you are a fine artist and you're looking for really high quality paint that will last over many years, that would probably matter to you, because my work is mostly digitized and I use it for patterns or products and different surfaces. Then I tend to scan in my work, and that way I don't need it to really be so archival. Okay, so I'll start with this warmer page here. It has lots of yellows, oranges, reds, a little bit of the violet also. And I'll start in the left corner with all these lighter colors. So what you want to do with a dot card is just you get your brush wet and then you just wash over each of the little dots. It's actual paint and you will see that come through. Some colors are much more transparent than others, so they'll be a little harder to show on camera, and I'll do my best to show you those up close. This is a really relaxing process, just painting little rectangles of color. So I can speed this up a bit, and then I will do a close-up when this page is done. All right, as you can see, these last ones are quite transparent, and then finishing up this page with the violet ones along the bottom. All right, so these are really gorgeous colors, and this is just the first page. They're all so beautiful. I think I'm going to have a really hard time choosing between these. I really love that Aussie gold, the alizarin crimson, the quin rose. They're all so pretty. So I'll let this dry and then we'll move on to the second page. This page has a lot more blues and greens and some more purple violets too. I'm also going to refresh my water so that way I can keep my colors as clean and clear as possible. All right, so let's start off with that left corner again, and then I also will speed it up again so you can see this and fast forward. All right, so finishing up this page, I love that undersea green. It's a beautiful color. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so difficult, and I may have to expand my limited palette plans. I love this phthalo green, the ultramarine turquoise, the phthalo turquoise, all these purples. So this is going to be tough, but this is exactly why I did this exercise. I just knew I'd have a really hard time choosing. Okay, so moving on to the third page, and I just refreshed my water also, so I'm ready to go. This page has a lot of earthy colors, lots of browns and ochres and that earthy gold. So this would be really pretty if you do a lot of landscapes or nature. You may want to look at these colors. Okay, so finishing up this burnt umber, let's take a look. These are also stunning. I definitely think I'll be getting some of these, especially because I do a lot of botanicals and nature. But when I pulled out some of these colors, they were just super, super light. And I think I prefer the more saturated colors. This one is a little confusing. English, earth red, and burnt scarlet. The English red earth, it says opaque, but seems more translucent, so that's odd. Not sure what's going on here. But it's good to test these out like this. It's exactly why I'm going through this exercise. Okay, so here's the final card. These are all the iridescent and sparkly colors, and some of the blacks and whites and a few neutrals. This will be a fun one, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. So let's refresh the water and get started. Okay, so I have Chinese white and titanium white here on the sheet, and the paper is white. So I'm guessing this is not going to show up too well. This may work better on maybe black watercolor paper, or maybe I need to mix another color with it and get a better idea of how it would work for me. I don't normally use whites as a highlight. If I do, then I will use my acrylics or my gouache white paint. I could also use it to make a pastel color with another pigment. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I may give these ones a pass for now. Ooh, this oceanic color is really pretty. It looks greenish, but as the color is being pulled out, it has this aqua color look. All of these shimmery blues and teals and aquas, they're so pretty. They look almost like mermaid colors. Some of them are really light though, and they're really not showing up. And I'm giving these dots pretty good scrubbing. I may not be ordering these really light shimmery ones. I think I would probably not use them unless I'm doing maybe fairy wings or dragonfly wings, maybe. That might be pretty as a glaze on top of another color. But other than that, I'm not too sure. Let me know if you've used these in the comments. I would love to know how other artists have used all these really pretty shimmery colors. All right, so finishing up that last one, that really pretty silver. So I like the Duo Desert Bronze. That's really nice. The iridescent Aztec Gold is lovely. I may have to do some more experimenting with these and do more glazes in my work, and maybe I'll get a better idea then. So if I do that, I will put up another video, and hopefully that would be helpful for you also. But for now, I'm probably going to give them a pass. I do like that Payne's gray and some of these neutrals and blacks though. So I'll keep those on my order list. Okay, so these are the earth tone ones. These are great for landscapes and nature paintings. I love the terracotta colors and ochres. I really like the green one in the corner here, and some of the golds are so beautiful. So for sure be looking at some of these from my custom palette. So here's a close-up of all these colors and their names, and feel free to freeze the screen or take a screenshot if you'd like to have a reference. Okay, and then here's the second page we did. This has all the blues, purples, aqua colors, some phthalo greens, and sap green. I really like these violet colors too. This one here is Moonglow, and I'm really leaning towards getting it. It's got such a pretty, almost like a two-tone color, depending on how you look at it in the light. All right, moving on to the very first page that we did. These are the warmer colors, so yellows, oranges, some pinkish colors, the reds. This one might actually be the hardest to choose from. I really like that opera pink. It's so bright. I love the Quinn Rose, the Aussie Red Gold. There are a lot of decisions to make. All right, so zooming out, I will show you all four of these cards. This was so much fun to do. It was a really great exercise, and these all looked so different once I put water on them. Definitely couldn't tell from just the dry dots. So I hope this was really helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you decide what colors you might like, and whichever brand you end up choosing. You can see there's a wide variety out there. You can actually also get quite a few colors with just a limited palette. And if you haven't already seen my color wheel video, that will really help you when you are just starting out and you have a few colors. It's all about color theory and the basics of color mixing, so definitely check that playlist out. I hope you had so much fun. Thank you for painting and joining me, and I'll see you next time.